What's up, guys? Fuck the intro. It is still L Bone 92 TV, L dot underscore 90. Bone, L dot Bone underscore 92 TV. And today I want to talk to you guys about businesses. Businesses ain't real. Businesses are not real. You ever you ever just any business, you just been behind your food truck, behind the counter at your job, um, just chilling in the break room at the restaurants, and you just wonder why business is so slow. You put up all the advertisement, you put everything up for sale, you're talking people in, you're pitching the sales, and you're doing all the right things, right? And sometimes it's bumping, sometimes it's bumping and showing, bumping and jumping. Sometimes it's just not growing and slowing. And you know what that means? It just means business is not real. Business, you're just putting out all these theoretical psychological experiments that will hopefully attract people. Having somebody stand outside of that curb, on that curb, spinning that sign, or having a mascot dancing around like a fucking idiot. Or put pictures of your food on the window, which looks nothing like the food that you have inside the store. But we ain't gonna get into that. We already know about the fucking commercial makeup and all that shit. We ain't gonna get into that. But so theoretical psychological experiment. You know, it's psychological because it's attempting to lure your mind, right? Bait and hook, right? The mousetrap with the cheese on it, right? And then it's theoretical because it may work or it may not. It's all an idea. You, so Business is just a constant pushing out of ideas, the constant pushing of theories, the constant pursuit of persuasion, convincing, and constant, never ending manipulation. And you're constantly pushing out what may or may not work to attract these people to your businesses. And it's like businesses are not real. One, because it is made up. It is made up. Yeah, business is all a ploy to just grabbing money. That's all it is. And business is also not real because there's just no true way to make it work. Most business already work the way they do. They've been standing for years. It's because people have already came. They've been coming, and they're not going to stop coming. They don't know what it is initially that kept them, that got them coming in the first place, but they're just doing what keeps them there. You know, and it's like businesses are not real because you really don't know what you're doing. As a business owner, you truly just don't know what you're doing. You just know how to get the money, keep the money, and secure it, and save it for buying other shit. But you don't know how to, even if you're a CEO, because you go to all these entrepreneurs, all these business magazines, um, all these financial advisors, and you go to all these podcasts with all these billionaires in them and millionaires and shit like that. And you go to these business moguls, these music moguls, and they not telling you a damn thing about how to make money. They can't tell you a damn thing about how to make money. You can go to any um top business entity of any sort, and they will not they cannot tell you how to make money. All they can tell you is believe in yourself, you can do it. Just a bunch of inspirational quotes, not really step by step advice on how to get this bread, how to get this green and these silvers and bronzes and shit. They don't know how to get, they can't tell you how to get this currency, these coins. They can tell you what attracts people, but they can't tell you how to get people to buy your shit. And what these businessmen don't say is a lot of times they cashed out about pure luck. They were down bad and they had this one shot that they could not blow, they couldn't fuck up. And by God's helping hand, they made it to be a success. And not to forget to mention, a lot of these motherfuckers are born with silver spoons in their mouth. So a nigga can definitely not tell you how to make money if they were born with it. Just like a nigga who was born with nothing can't teach you how to make a tent. That nigga will have to learn how to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all like I work at a food truck with my uncle sometimes, and when sometimes when we're sitting in that food truck with the menu out front where they can see, a lot of times these niggas will just walk up to the menu, look at it, and just walk away. It's like motherfucker, were you even hungry, or you just like reading shit? Like you know you walking up to a food truck, you know you looking at a menu, and you're staring at it for like 30 fucking seconds, and then you walk away. Is that not like a fucking NPC, bro? Or these niggas will just gaze at the fucking menu and just want fries. These niggas will gaze at the menu and they just want fucking fries. Did you need to gaze? Did you really need to sun gaze at the fucking menu just to make a simple order of $6 fries? It took all your fucking 30-second brain power to make that goddamn choice? You know what I'm saying? So you can put the menu out, you could use all these colorful things to make people attracted to what they're reading and shit. But at the end of the day, bro, you really don't know what it is that attracts people. You don't know what it is that's gonna make people spend their money with you. You don't know what it is that people like. Um, can just study what a majority of people like and grab that thing that is real popular, use it as bait, and wait for the fishes to come. See, business is just like fishing. You don't know what's going on in that water. You're sitting there on the boat just waiting. You don't know where this certain school of fish have went for the day. You don't know if they're out there mating with each other and they're too busy to find worms and shit because they're too busy fucking each other, trying to make more fish babies. You don't know if they're just fish sleeping. You don't know if predators been chasing them around all day and they need to wait for that motherfucker to go away. You don't know why no nothing is pulling on your fishing line. Hey, all you do know is when that pole starts tugging, it's time to start reeling in. You know, it's the same with business. When it's jumping, when it's packed, you don't have to ask what's going on. All you need to worry about is getting these motherfuckers satisfied, getting them out of the door in a happy, satisfied manner. That way you can see more customers and keep the circulation going. But when it's slow, you don't know why it's slow. You don't know what's happening. It ain't always just the holidays. It ain't always just the holidays. You don't know why it's slow. You don't know why you only have four customers all day. You don't know anything. And I say this, and I say this just to say, I say this just to say, businesses aren't real. Businesses are not real. You did one trick that got these people in the door, and that one trick has used up all its specialty, all of its attraction, and now you gotta constantly find a new one. You may know how to get one person in the door, but you're not gonna know how to get everybody in the door. Businesses were never real. They were just an experiment. Experiments that sometimes work and business and experiments that sometimes don't. Sometimes people want the shit that you're selling. Sometimes they don't want that shit. And I'm not here to dictate what people want or don't want. I don't have to dictate because they're gonna want it and not want it anyway. But that's all I had today, man. I just wanted to share that. Um, talk shit to y'all later. See ya.